It's been 50 years since scientists felt confident enough that we know it's real and it's serious and we have to act now, and warned a U.S. president of the dangers of climate change. Over 50 years ago, that was Lyndon B. Johnson. So how did we come to be in a state where the number that a thermometer gives us is somehow different if we vote liberal or conservative?
The majority of Americans actually do believe that climate change is real and that it's human-caused, but there's this knee-jerk reaction because Republicans believe that, well, climate change policies, that's a Democrat thing, so therefore I can't support it.
It wasn't always the case, and that's a really important thing to recognize. Republicans and Democrats had similar perceptions of climate change. Approximately 2 out of 3 of both groups saw climate change as real and problematic. But over the past 2 decades, Democrats have moved in one direction, becoming increasingly more convinced that this problem is real, it's human-caused, it's serious, and Republicans, unfortunately, have moved in exactly the opposite direction. Many people are hearing from their elected officials that the kinds of solutions would be worse than the nature of the problem.
When you have Democrats and Republicans agreeing on these foundational truths that climate change is real and it's human-caused, the disagreement comes around the solutions.
It does. And I found this because often when you start conversations, people will throw up sciencey sounding objections like it's just a natural cycle or climate has always changed. Or they'll throw up religiously sounding objections like God said there will always be seasons or the world's going to end anyways. But if you let them keep on talking, within less than a minute, just about every single person will naturally transition from those sciencey or religiously sounding arguments to, I don't want the government setting my thermostat, telling me what type of car I can or can't drive.
I don't want paper straws, right? That's the latest one that we've been hearing. So, Katharine, you go around the country and you speak to a lot of different kinds of people, but you speak to a lot of faith-based groups. Is your mission to target those who are really staunchly, believing that climate change isn't real?
No, it absolutely isn't. Because for those people, rejecting the science of climate change is such an integral part of their identity that unless they want to change, they will not. My personal definition for dismissive is somebody who, an angel of God with brand new tablets of stone, could appear before them saying global warming is real, and they still wouldn't change their mind. So rather than talk to the 9 or 10% of the population that is truly dismissive, I talk to the rest of us, the 70% who feel like it's a distant issue in space or time. It only matters to people who live far away or future generations or polar bears up in the Arctic. I talk to those people because for those people, it isn't a case of instilling new values. I truly believe that we already have all the values we need to care. Nobody has taken the time, though, to connect the values we have to a changing climate.
If the biggest challenge for people like yourselves is getting people on both sides to be on board with solutions, how do you go about doing that?
I try not to be policy prescriptive, but I try to lay out all the solutions for people to show them that, you know what, there's actually libertarian solutions to climate change. There's free market solutions, there's bipartisan solutions, there's technological solutions, and even just giving some examples of things that are already happening today can often surprise people and inspire them.
What's so interesting to me is how a lot of people in this country seem to selectively reject science. You're not going to reject science when it's a cure that's going to save your life, but when it's climate science, that's a lot more convenient for a lot of people. Why is that?
3/4 of Americans will not even try to name a single living scientist. The point being, we don't know scientists by and large. And how can you trust people that you don't personally know? We trust our friends and family members most. Our friends and family members don't know a whole lot about global warming. We trust the politicians who we entrusted by voting for them. We trust them a lot.
Just about every single person I have ever met does not truly believe that basic science is incorrect, but they believe that the proposed solutions to climate change are fundamentally opposed to their ideology, their values, and their welfare.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.